Why Vamps Ep28 Shadows of the Past. The submission. Arya's steps grew steadier, her breath more even as she neared the edge of the forest. The oppressive darkness that had surrounded her began to thin, giving way to a faint glow of dawn on the horizon. Her heart swelled with a mix of relief and triumph. She was almost free. The memories of her mother's wisdom and the light of her own inner strength had guided her through the darkest parts of the forest, and now the promise of escape was within reach. The first rays of the sun began to pierce the canopy above, casting warm, golden beams onto the forest floor. Arya could see the open field beyond the trees, a vast expanse of freedom and safety. She quickened her pace, her spirits lifting with each step. But just as she was about to break free from the forest's grasp, a chilling sensation swept over her. Daniel's voice, cold and commanding, echoed in her mind once more. "You cannot escape me, Arya. Come back to me." She stopped abruptly, her body trembling, as the familiar fog of his hypnotic influence began to creep into her mind. She shook her head, fighting against it, her hands clenching into fists. "No, I won't let you control me." Daniel's power surged, his dark presence enveloping her thoughts. "You have no choice, Arya. You belong to me." Arya's vision blurred, the sunlight wavering as the forest seemed to close in around her again. She stumbled, her willpower battling against the overwhelming force of Daniel's influence. She could feel herself being pulled back, each step she had taken towards freedom now a distant memory. "No," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "I won't go back." But Daniel's power was too strong. The darkness clawed at her, dragging her back into the heart of the forest. She could feel her strength waning, her defiance crumbling under the weight of his demonic influence. As the shadows wrapped around her, her eyes began to change, the vibrant color fading to a deep, unnatural black. Her will was no longer her own, her mind clouded by Daniel's control. The sun, once a symbol of hope and escape, now burned her skin, the light searing her flesh. She screamed, a cry of anguish and defeat, as the darkness consumed her. The forest, once a place of terror and struggle, now became her prison once more. Arya's spirit, once so strong and defiant, was crushed under the weight of Daniel's malevolent power. The sun's rays continued to blaze, but their warmth brought no comfort. They were a reminder of what she had lost, of the freedom that had slipped through her fingers. Arya's body writhed in agony, the pain a testament to her final, futile struggle against the darkness. And then, silence. The forest stood still, the shadows deep and unyielding. Arya's screams faded into the depths of the woods, her body lying motionless on the forest floor, consumed by the darkness that had claimed her. Daniel stood over her, his eyes cold and triumphant. "You thought you could escape me, Arya," he whispered, his voice a dark caress. "But you were always mine." The forest, once a symbol of hope and resilience, now lay shrouded in shadow. Arya's journey had come to an end, her defiance and willpower no match for the demonic power that had ensnared her. The darkness reigned supreme, its victory complete. And so, the sun continued to rise, its light casting long shadows over the forest, a silent witness to the tragic end of Arya's struggle. The battle was over, and the darkness had won.